What's going on, people? It's Venomousfatman here, and I got a brand new OTGT for you. This time I'm talking about none other than WWE All Stars for the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and the PSP. So, how good is this game? How awesome is this game? Coming from a wrestling background, to be honest with you, I was a little bit skeptical because I haven't really been a fan of the SmackDown vs. Raw games, that have been coming out for the past couple of years. Because, it pretty much is the same thing, and it's getting much more technical and more simulation than actual wrestling games should be. To be honest with you, I'm a big fan of the arcade style. I remember going out and playing on my N64, WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, even back on the Sega Genesis days, WrestleMania the arcade game, which was also in arcades, by the way, over-the-top stuff. So now comes around WWE All Stars, which is absolutely awesome. It is so much fun, to be honest with you. Here's the cool thing about it. They pretty much throw out all the stuff that was pretty much, established in SmackDown vs. Raw and go back to the more arcade style of flair of wrestling games, which is always fun, to be honest with you. What they do is they do these kind of, take all the signature moves from all these different superstars. First they take contemporary superstars from today's WWE, and they also smash in a bunch of legends from past WWE generations, including real big classics like Andre the Giant, Bret the Hitman Hart, Mr. Perfect, Jake the Snake Roberts, all these classic guys that have been around for years. They pretty much smash them up into this big fantasy, smash-up fantasy matchups that they have. So it's really cool, and they really blow everybody out the water with how over-the-top these special moves are from all the different superstars. And it's really cool. It makes a great formula. It plays like an arcade game. Pretty much you have your 4 face buttons, which is, weak attack, weak grapple, strong grapple. And from there you can do a variety of different moves in order to build up meter to not only do your signature moves, but also your finishing moves for each respective superstar. So that's really cool. The matches are great. You can have up to a fatal 4-way or pretty much, a triple threat match, tag team matchups. It's really cool. Now, my favorite thing is they have a variety of modes. They have Path to Champions, which is pretty much kind of a tournament style. You choose your final opponent and you get like these different cutscenes that are like old school WWE promos, including The Undertaker, the best tag team I think is DX. And I forgot what the last one was, to be honest with you, but it's a whole bunch of different stuff, different legends and different characters that have the title, and you're trying to go for the title and beat them at either WrestleMania or SummerSlam. So it's really cool. It plays like an arcade game. But besides that, they also have Fantasy Warfare, which is these dream matchups that you have where you take a legend from the past era of the WWE and a newcomer, from this day and age is WWE, and have them battle it out, and you decide the outcome. You get to decide which one of the actual generations comes out on top, the new guys or the legends. And that's always fun because right before the matchup, they have these kind of like little promos where it's kind of like putting them up against each other, and they're talking trash to each other with classic WWE footage that's from back in the day, as well as what's going on now in the WWE. I love that. I'm a big fanatic when it comes to old school wrestling stuff, and it's really cool to see that, they really got, really came out and actually put in the work to find all that footage and stuff. And it really looks really nice. It looks really polished. Now, here's a couple of problems that I did have with this game. Number one, there's no Royal Rumble, because I can understand why it's not in there now, but it would have been awesome to have a game like this that's so over the top and so extravagant as far as like putting all these wrestling moves out there to go to like the highest of the craziness that's out there. It would have been awesome to have a Royal Rumble like that with up to 8 men going at it at the same time. But you don't have that match type, as in all the match types that are actually available in the game, they're very limited, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you. But let's hope if it does get a sequel, we do get our Royal Rumble, or we do get like a TLC and stuff like that. Because I know we have Extreme Rules, which means you could go outside and get kind of, the different weapons and stuff, but it's okay. Moving on from that, the crowd is a little bit It looks kind of bland. It looks like it was the same type of crowd from an old school N64 wrestling game thrown in there and, given the sounds and stuff, which is, in this day and age, you need something better, a little bit better presentation. Now, the environments themselves, the ring and the different venues and stuff are cool. I wish there was more, because there are plenty of different venues from the WWE history that they could have got from. They kind of, rendered out and stuff. But some of them are pretty cool. They have WrestleMania, they have All Stars. I want to see some of the older venues, to be honest with you, like the old school Royal Rumble venue, the old school WrestleMania venues, or even, things from like In Your House, if you guys remember that. That would have been awesome. So That's another thing. On top of that, which sometimes, could get a little bit annoying sometimes, is the load times a little bit. They're not too bad, but they are noticeable, so it could get a little bit annoying because it has to load up every single thing that it pops up, whether it's a cutscene or a victory thing. And that's the final thing. The final kind of problem I have with this is that the entrances and the exits aren't too extravagant. They're real short. Some of these characters, especially the legends, some of these wrestlers had these iconic entrances that really should have been kind of expanded upon. They really should have put more work into it, but that's just me. If they could fix up all those little problems for a sequel, and I really do hope they get a WWE All Stars 2 going, this franchise would be awesome. It would be a great franchise because it would bring back some of the old school flair of just having fun with a wrestling game back into this generation of gamers. It would be awesome. But anyway, that's just my opinion, guys. Leave your comments and video responses. I don't mind. Just keep it civil. Let me know what you guys think of this game, what platform you're playing it on. If you're pretty much a Legends fan or a newcomer fan, put it out here some of your favorite wrestlers on the comment section below. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Venomous is done, and that was only the goddamn truth. Talk to y'all later.